Hi everyone! Today I'll show you how I organize and store my art supplies. I showed you my art room in a video last summer before I moved out for the renovation, and now I'm back 6 months later. I'm not gonna do another art studio tour because I need to deal with the walls first. The orange protection tape I used to tape down the plastic to cover up my furniture for the renovation ripped off my wallpaper and paint. But I have updated my art supply storage, so I thought I'd show you that. The main difference from the art room tour is that I got these plastic dividers with and without lids. I'm also using some cutlery trays, and I got a new drawer unit. So this is where I store most of my art and craft supplies. Let's go through these drawers and this cabinet one by one. I got this Alex drawer from Ikea. I've seen it used a lot for makeup as well as art and craft supplies. I have a couple of black trays that came with a smaller drawer unit, or one of them came with that, and I got another matching one from the recycling center by chance. They have a longer compartment that fits rulers and long brushes, and I have a couple of old cutlery trays that are good for art supplies too. One of these is from the recycling center as well. If you use many of them and they don't match, you could maybe spray paint them the same color and they'd look cohesive even if they were molded differently. So I organized my pens, markers, scissors, erasers, brushes and ink supplies in them. This drawer unit is handy for papers too, since the drawers are a bit bigger than A4 size and they're shallow, so you don't have to stack a big pile of paper in one drawer, but rather multiple smaller ones so you can find all of them more easily. So I put my coloring pages in one drawer and paper pads, graphite paper and colored papers in another. I also have my sketches and art folders in here. And the last one has some craft papers and copy paper. I used to have some of my art and craft supplies in cardboard boxes or those big plastic storage boxes you can put underneath your bed or stack them somewhere. I've tried to organize everything now so that it's easier to see what I have without having to pull all of them out from some big box. If you don't have much space, those storage boxes under your bed can be a good solution though. That's what I did in my childhood bedroom, but since I have more space now, I want to use it. I still have things like fabrics and wrapping paper and old magazines for crafting in those boxes though. This brown drawer is the same one I had before, but it's organized a bit differently. The plastic dividers are from Ikea. I'll link them below if you're interested. I also have plastic containers from cotton swabs, which are quite a nice size. I have craft supplies and acrylic paints in the first drawer, some gouache paints that are probably dried up, and I don't know if there's any way to save them anymore. There's candle paints and textile paints, a watercolor masking fluid that's probably dried up too, candle and soap making supplies, stamps. I finally moved the small acrylics from the original torn up cardboard packaging into these cotton swab boxes. The next drawer has some canvas paintings. The oil painting on top is still unfinished. I started it about 2 years ago. I also have some smaller empty canvases here and pastel and charcoal drawings and bigger canvases in the next one. And a lot of frames in the last one. Finally, I'll show you how I arranged these shelves. I have art supplies in the first 4 shelves, and I keep my mic and camera and external hard drives on the 5th shelf, although they're not there right now. And I have some other stuff in the cardboard boxes, also from Ikea, and empty glass jars for painting in the last one. The plastic boxes with lids are also from Ikea, and I keep some more craft supplies in them. There's beads and pearls and paper tapes, ribbons, stickers, jewelry supplies. The hinge on one of the lids is unfortunately broken. I'm not sure if it was broken in the store already or if I broke it at some point bringing it home. I'm not sure what the plastic stand for the paints and the varnish is or where it came from. It might be a box for old diskettes, but it works as a stand when it's opened. I also use a couple of plastic food containers and I've made a few videos about the yogurt buckets. I'm storing things like markers horizontally, except the highlight markers as I just noticed. But I do that so that they don't dry out. But the buckets and pots work for pencils that are fine to store upright. I also have a video on decorating shoe boxes. I don't really use them for storing art supplies anymore, but I wanted to show them as an option. Not really related to organization, but I also wanted to show you this moving drawing pad, or whatever it's actually supposed to be used for. But I use it as a background for my moving ASMR drawing videos. I got that one from the recycling center too. Hopefully this video gave you a few tips for organizing your art supplies, and if you'd like to see my art desk and filming setup, click on the Art Studio Tour video on the screen. Thanks for watching and see you there.